What's going on, everybody? This is your WOF Outlook and Discussion for Thursday, May 4th, 2023. And before we get into today's video, I hope everyone is doing well, remaining positive, and as always, staying blessed. All right, you guys, taking a look at the surface map this morning. Not too much is really going on at the current time. You can see we still have the big low pressure here off the east coast. I'm spinning off the Northeast United States, and we also have our system here along the California west coast here, which is funneling in all of this moisture, which is leading to a general thunderstorm risk here across much of the western United States, extending into parts of the central and southern plains, where we will have a severe threat here for parts of Texas and Oklahoma. We will get to that in a second, you guys. And as you can see, for the eastern part of the United States, look like they're starting a warm-up trend here going on. So that's good news. As it looks like, I know I'm tired of winter. I don't know about other people, but I'm glad down here in New Orleans we've been very warm, and that should continue for the foreseeable future, you guys. So if you haven't done so already, please be sure to share, like, and subscribe so you can stay up to date and weather aware. Won't miss a beat when the Storm Prediction Center comes out with the updates. I have them here posted in my shorts and community section. All right, you guys, we're going to take this quick 5-10 second usual intermission, get these current surface plots off of here. All right, let's go. All right, you guys, and as you can see here, we do have a huge marginal risk of severe weather here across parts of the southern and central plains, and even a marginal risk here across parts of the Pacific Northwest, with a slight risk here across Texas into Oklahoma. First, I want to go over the marginal risk here across parts of the Pacific Northwest, Spokane, Boise, Idaho Falls, just to the west, Salt Lake City, might as well put them in there, Logan, Elko, Twin Falls, Haley, Boise. All these areas are under a marginal risk for severe weather, you guys, across the Pacific Northwest. As we go ahead and moving towards the central and southern plains here, Texas, Oklahoma, you can see the Storm Prediction Center does have a slight risk that does include San Antonio, Austin, Jun- Junction, y'all know I'm butchering, Brownwood, Brady, Waco, just to the west of Dallas, Garford, Abilene, Wichita Falls, moving on into parts of Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Norman, Mangum, Woodward. It's just ridiculous how I butcher these names, you guys. But let's keep it on going, you guys. Let's see if I can get one more. Lawton. We're gonna say Lawton and Hobart. All those areas are under a slight risk for severe weather. Large hail and damaging winds will be the primary hazard here. We do have the marginal risk for Dallas, just to the west of Houston, on up into parts of Fort Smith, Arkansas, Bartlesville, Oklahoma, Wichita, Kansas, Garden City, Hayes, Librio, Kansas. All these areas are under a marginal risk here, and that marginal risk extends all the way up into Nebraska, parts of Iowa, and South Dakota, you guys, with a general thunderstorm risk extending all the way up towards Wisconsin, southern Minnesota, you guys. Let's check the probability for this slight risk. And as you can see, you guys, we do have a 2% chance of tornadoes here across extreme North Texas, Oklahoma mainly, and parts of extreme southern Kansas. So we will be on the lookout for a few tornadoes, you guys. Hail probability, you can see there's a 15% chance of hail across central Texas, extending on up into Oklahoma, which does include the Oklahoma City area. A 5% chance for hail across Nebraska, parts of Iowa, extending on down into Kansas and encompassing the marginal risk here across Texas. We do also have a 5% chance of hail for parts of the Pacific Northwest around the Spokane area. McCall, Baker City. Be on the lookout for some hail if you stay in those areas of the Pacific Northwest today. As we move on to the wind probability, you can see there's a 5% chance of some locally strong gusty winds here across the central and southern plains, and as well across parts of the Pacific Northwest here. Let's check. No significant tornadoes to be concerned about today. That is always good news. We do have a significant hatch area for hail here again across parts of Central Texas here, be on the lookout for hail on the order of 2+ inches in diameter. And as we go to significant winds, we do not have any of that to worry about. So that is good news, you guys. As we now move on to the HRRR to see how these storms are going to possibly start to materialize today. We're going to start at our usual time, which would be about 12 o'clock. All right, let me find it, you guys. All right, here we go. Now, as you can see, about 12 o'clock, not much really going on. We do have some showers here, maybe a few rumbles of thunder across parts of Oklahoma and southern Kansas. But as we move on to about 2, 3 o'clock today, you can see showers and thunderstorms all starting to pop up more around the Oklahoma City area, extending across into Arkansas, parts of southern Missouri, here in eastern Kansas. Even as some showers may be starting to form around the Houston area, just to the west of Dallas. We move on to about 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, you guys. All right, you can see the cells are really starting to pop up here across Oklahoma, parts of the Texas Panhandle, even down here into parts of South Central Texas. These cells will be have the possibility of producing all hazards here, mainly hail and damaging winds down here on the southern extent. But this northern extent in Oklahoma will have the possibility for all hazards, including tornadoes. And look here across just to the north of Houston, we could have some showers late afternoon going into the evening hours. As we move on to about 10 o'clock, you guys, you can see just to the south of Dallas, heavy showers and thunderstorms could be producing large hail damaging winds. The storms up here across parts of Oklahoma, eastern Oklahoma here, could be producing the same large hail, some isolated, locally damaging wind gusts. You can see the heavy rain here could be ongoing across parts of northern Arkansas. Even across west central Kansas could have some cells here under this marginal risk. As we move into the overnight hours, about 2 in the morning, you guys, let's check it and see. You can see this starts to shift to the east here. Look at the heavy rain across the Arklatex region here in southern Arkansas, just south of Hot Springs. Look at these heavy storms that could be firing off again here across parts of northeast Oklahoma and even into central Kansas, and even extending further north, you guys, into Nebraska, parts of Iowa and South Dakota. Overnight, we could have some showers and rumbles of thunder in that area. As we move on to 7 a.m., you guys, on the 5th, which will be Friday, all right, you can see this heavy rain is starting to move into parts of the lower Mississippi Valley, northern Louisiana, getting on into Mississippi, Jackson, starting to enter the Memphis area. Look at Kansas City. They're going to be possibly having some heavy rain for tomorrow morning. Even still across parts of eastern Oklahoma and Arkansas could still be dealing with some heavy rain. Now, as we segue into convective outlook day 2, you guys, that does bring me still, the Storm Prediction Center yet again has a slight risk across parts of central Texas. Killeen, just to the south of Dallas. Waco, Caryville is under that slight risk. Dallas will be under the marginal risk with Austin, San Antonio, Bryan, Texas. Extending all the way down into deep South Texas here, this marginal risk for severe weather, and even into parts of extreme southeast Oklahoma. And we do have a secondary marginal risk here, you guys, across parts of the north shore of southeast Louisiana, north of Lake Pontchartrain, and extending from the Mississippi Gulf Coast, which does include my guys here across Ocean Springs, on up towards the Memphis area, could see a marginal risk for severe weather tomorrow. And you guys, as we check the probability here, tornadoes, a 2% chance of tornadoes possibly here across central Texas. So on Friday, we will be on the lookout for a few tornadoes again, you guys. Hail, a 15% probability for hail on the order of probably 1+ inch in diameter just to the south of Dallas. 5% encompasses the marginal risk. Also here across Mississippi, parts of southeast Louisiana, Arkansas, Memphis area, 5% for some hail on the order of 1 inch in diameter. Let's go to the wind probability, you guys. Just south of Dallas area again, we have a 15% chance of some strong locally gusty winds. A 5% encompasses the marginal risk. And again, here across Mississippi, Arkansas, and the Memphis area, we will have a 5% chance of some locally gusty winds. No significant tornado threat. Tomorrow, yet again, we will have a significant hail hatched area just to the southwest of Dallas, Brady. Let's see, Brady, Texas. Junction, just to the west of Killeen and just about entering the southern and southwest areas of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. We'll have to be on the lookout for some large hail for tomorrow. And as we go to significant wind, we will not have to worry about that tomorrow, you guys. Now, as we continue this HRRR on out to see what we continue to have materialized going into Friday, you guys, you can see we will have some heavy showers and thunderstorms possibly just south of Jackson and just to the north of New Orleans here around the Hattiesburg area. Could have some possibly some locally gusty winds, maybe some hail falling with that. And we will have some showers here across southern Arkansas. Have another little cluster here across the Kansas City area and again near Omaha and Des Moines, Iowa. Here we could have some showers. That's Omaha, Nebraska, and Des Moines, Iowa, you guys. And even here across parts of northern Wisconsin could have some showers and a rumble of thunder going. We move on into the afternoon hours on Friday, you guys. All right, you can see we have a cluster, that first cluster moving off of the Mississippi, Alabama Gulf Coast here. We also have another cluster here around the Jackson, Mississippi area that's going to be moving to the southeast. You guys, nothing too much going on around the Dallas area across central Texas yet. Still going to have some showers, maybe rumbles of thunder here across central northern Missouri, and yet again extending on up here across parts of northern Wisconsin. All right, let's go on to about 7, 8 o'clock, you guys. All right, and as you can see, we still have some showers here across parts of the lower Mississippi Valley, southeast Louisiana. We now have some cells starting to pop off of just south of Dallas and into parts of southern Oklahoma. And also, you guys, I was missing this marginal risk here across Nebraska. We will have to be on the lookout, you guys, for y'all as well for some severe weather tomorrow, late tomorrow afternoon into the evening hours across Nebraska. Now we're going to the overnight hours, 1, 2 in the morning. All right, you can see here across northeast Texas may have a little cell, strong little cell going on there, but not too much, once we go into the overnight hours on Friday into Saturday until we go into parts of Nebraska and South Dakota, clusters of storms, even here across southern Minnesota and Wisconsin, is still going to be raining. We go as far as the HRRR takes us out, you guys, which will be 7 a.m. on Saturday. And as you can see, we will have possibly some showers here across south central Louisiana, extending on up into Mississippi, possibly the Memphis area, eastern Missouri, that have some showers and thunderstorms, even on going on up into Iowa, Nebraska. Again, here, you guys, South Dakota, southern Minnesota, same areas, you guys. We're dealing with the rain. And that's going to segue us into convective outlook day 3, which, you guys, you can see we're going to have a general thunderstorm risk here across much of the south and southeastern United States, extending on up into the central, southern, northern plains, Midwest, extending into the western United States as well. So looks like Saturday could be quite a wet day, possibly here across much of the United States. Sure, it won't be a washout, you guys, but as you can see, generally we will have a chance for some showers and thunderstorms across much of the United States on Saturday, with that marginal risk across yet again central Texas and extreme southern Oklahoma, and yet again across northern central Missouri, now starting to get into Illinois and south central Iowa on Saturday. That's going to be it for this one, you guys. Again, if you haven't done so, be sure to share, like, and subscribe so you can stay up to date and weather aware here at your Weather on the Fly. Everyone be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.